Members, by way of explaining my vote, there's been very good discussion today relative to the sincere concerns about the constitutionality of this legislation. I'd like to focus my comments more on its effect on the state of Arizona. A little bit of history here. Since the access was formed in the state of Arizona, Arizona has become one of the most generous states, offering benefits to all citizens under 100% of the federal poverty limit, childless adults, and even allow many people to deduct some income or spend down in order to qualify for access. Where this particular piece of legislation from the U.S. Congress becomes an unconstitutional and unfunded mandate is when the state loses control of its own budget related to the health care of its citizens. As you know, on this last budget, passed prior to the President enacting the new federal legislation, we had to make cuts to our access program, cuts that left us still covering far more people than 30 other states. They were tough choices, but tough choices in unprecedented times. As of today, as a result of this legislation, we have two options. Cut off funding for those 1.4 million people by opting out of Medicaid and eliminating access, an option of terrible last resort indeed, or lose control of all our state health care program and increase its funding to the mortal detriment of other state-funded issues like education and public safety. If a mugger puts a gun to my head and says, your money or your life, is that a choice? I would argue it's a mandate. In this case, the mugger is the federal government. Our money or our life, we cannot afford this program. And so long as there is a glimmer of hope of overturning this unconstitutional federal mandate, legislative leadership and the governor of this state will fight that fight to ensure that Arizona maintains control over its destiny and over its budget, and we avoid the $3.8 billion hit to our state budget in just the next 3 years alone. Members, I proudly vote aye. The board is now closed.